Hey folks, Rob here with the first Rob Plays of 2016. Bit of a format change, I guess. Gonna see how this works and leave some comments. But this week, after a bit of a decision, I decided to fire up Ghouls N Ghosts. If you remember, I looked at Ghosts N Goblins Arcade a few months ago, and I remember seeing some talk on a Facebook group recently, basically saying this wasn't a good conversion, and I'm kind of the opinion that they're not entirely right. Anyway, Ghouls N Ghosts was, of course, released in the arcades by Capcom in 1988, and it got converted to the 64 a year later, being handled by Software Creations and published by US Gold. So let us hit fire and go. So, the drill compared as the follow-on is Arthur has saved everyone from the demon lord and everything in Ghosts N Goblins, and they've come to lay waste again. So obviously, you don your armour, grab your lights, and go back. Now, you can already see the first big changes the level design offers. Rather than just flat platforms, it's also got a bit of hills and things like that. The other thing, of course, is there are those chests. In Ghosts N Goblins, you used to have to shoot critters that would drop weapons. Here, you see the chest come up, and we'll do it again now. I've just messed my first life up. So shoot the chest here, and we're gonna get it reminds me of a vampire. Could be for all I know. And these turn me to a chicken or a duck. I'm not sure which. And that, of course, gives me and that was loot, I think, yeah. But if you go to a duck, chicken, whatever it is, and you survive, you end up getting your armor back, which... Arg! It is just as frustrating. It's funny. I had a warm-up on this a few days ago, just playing it on an emulator, because I didn't have a chance to fire the hardware up, and I swear I did better. Anyway. In this case, we're going to shoot because we're all good. And those where you get the big upgrade, of course, is the armor system, where you get to the next one. I am terrible. I am very terrible. Alright. So. Yes, alright. So now we're dark, and I'll get my armor back when I come out of things, which I love. But there's just one of the things that disappoints me a bit with this. Now, Ghosts N Goblins had its problems, it will squeeze into a single load, and because, that was... Ghosts N Goblins was squeezed into a single load, and with that, they had to cut levels. Ghosts N Goblins Arcade does an amazing job. If you haven't already seen it, I will link it in an annotation at the end, or in a card popping up now. It really depends. But this, has a really good team behind it. Software Creations are a great team. It's basically the crew that worked on Leadstorm, and Leadstorm is amazing. I need to get a copy of it so I can cover that sometime. But it just feels, the responsiveness of the controls kills me at the moment. Kills may not be the appropriate term. Golly. But the controls just aren't as fluid as I'd like, and while I know that it's kind of what the thing is with this game, it's still really frustrating. And on top of that, there's just little bugs. Like, you've seen that guess it's a Grim Reaper dude just walking right in the bottom of this play area? And that, of course, means that you can't line up and take him out. And really, it just feels this team should have been able to pull it off. It makes me wonder, did US Gold basically shaft them? Oh yes! Armor time! Oh! Oh! Damnation! Oh. Now look at that, I'm floating above the ground ever so slightly. It makes it much harder to take the enemies out. But one thing I do like here is that now you can shoot upwards. Oh, and that's game over. On the other hand, the music's awesome, but Tim Follin behind it, you shouldn't expect anything else. Okay, let's put a name in. I could put cheats on, but it's not the authentic experience. The authentic experience is me cursing at the damn game because it's brutal. Alright. Oh! Maybe it only applies. When I got to the second stage where I was testing, it had continue, so you had 5 credits and could resume on that level. Maybe it only applies if you get to another stage, which is actually not a bad idea, so I'll give it that. Okay. This is one of those roads where you've just got to harden the heck up, as they say. I do like the fact you can shoot vertically, which was an addition. Although it's a bit clunky to actually do it. You've got to, like, without accidentally jumping upward. Armor type, yes! So now hold down the fire button, and you get, your fancy zappy. And this is sort of the big addition here, so this stage I've got this beam. On the next stage, I know you get one that, no! I've just lost it! And look at me floating above the ground. Oh, just lost it. This is terrible. Terrible. But the second stage, you get one that sort of projects a little shield block in front and behind for a short period of time. And beyond that, I haven't gotten past the second stage. It's a tough game, but at least this stage isn't as brutally hard as the first stage of Ghosts N Goblins. That's brutally hard. This is a little more, it's a little easier, but the game still just gets just as ridiculously hard later, so, and that's probably something that one should not be surprised by. Ah, no! He has my awesome armor, and now I'm floating above the ground again. Alright. Yeah, see, I think the contention that comes about, what people think of this conversion is because Zap gave it a gold medal, so 96%, which I'd probably rate that for the music, but I'm not sure I could rate that for the whole game. Because just play it, there's just these little things I feel that, the polish just isn't 100% there with this, and that's what messes it up. And like I said, I would not be surprised if it turned out that US Gold basically made them rush it. I mean, let's be honest, reading the US Gold history book, the one by Retrofusion, yeah, you could, let's just say, US Gold are very hard to think highly after about 1985. So I think I've seen a bit of visual glitching. The worst of it comes up, if I can get to it, the worst of it on this stage is really when you get to the second half of the stage and it starts raining. But there's also that odd floating, which is always a pain. Alright, I've got a weapon now. Woo, an axe. I don't know. Oh, that is annoying. That only the slight vertical offset. Okay, that's really annoying. And then that happens. Yeah, I have to admit, I can only go so far without just going like Rage Fest on this game. Like, I think in some regards, it was better in some regards than Ghosts N Goblins. But you know what? Especially 2015, we've got Ghosts N Goblins Arcade. And let's be honest, that's all you need these days. Ghosts N Goblins Arcade is, of course, utterly sublime and really what this game what we deserve. Now, I don't know what the oldie cracky situation. For all I know, there may be some oldie cracky groups have taken a look. I have to search CSDB or something, because I'm just reminded that as I'm recording this, we just got Robocop fixed, and Robocop had a lot of bugs as well. Well, I don't think I'm going to get past stage 1. I thought I was okay because I did it on an emulator. But you know what? Doing it on a numeric keypad on an emulator just ain't the same as playing it on real hardware. Okay. And don't tell me you got the exact same score. That would be hilarious. Let's have a compare and laugh. The exact same score. Alright, I'm going to call it a wrap there. So, here's the end of the first slightly altered style for this season. I hope you enjoyed it as always. I haven't played it on any other machines. I'd love to hear how it went on those. So if you've played it, do leave some comments or something down below. Thanks as always to my subscribers. I hope you enjoyed this. Do leave a thumbs up and a comment if you enjoyed it. The thumbs up, the likes especially, really help with coming up in searches. But hearing people enjoy these is always a good thing. And I will catch you next time.